Can I tell you the reason why service becomes so low sometimes? And it's such a pain to worship and a pain to praise, because that happened at the house. But I couldn't miss service.
Yeah.
Why? I got to sing.
All right.
So that left the house with them. Got in the car with them. Drove down from, what's that, 27?
Yeah.
All the way to 16.
All right.
Got on 16, went past the college, went past the jail, and stopped right here at 572 Old Carrollton Road in Sargent, Georgia. Right? And it walked out of the car, and it came into the sanctuary. And you wonder why we got such a problem getting people to worship. How you gonna worship with all that? Because we got issues that we have not dealt with at the house. Y'all ain't saying amen. And unresolved issues will mess up your praise and your worship. I wish I had somebody that would help me preach. I said unresolved issues will mess up your praise. So the question becomes, I'm getting ready to be out of here in 10 minutes. The question becomes, what do we do when it all falls down? What do we do when the image of marriage meets the reality of marriage? What do we do when the image of relationship meets the reality of relationship? What do we do? He said, that's why you got a microphone. What do we do? The first thing we do is a big word. It's a big old word. It's going to hurt you when I tell you. Forgive. I'm going to let it sit up. I'm going to let it sit in. Can I teach for just a minute? If you break that word down, it means to give for. It means to give before. That means my forgiveness is given before you even mess up. Why? I know you're going to do it. It's just a matter of when. And if I don't give it to you before, it's going to be hard for me to give it to you when it happens. Because the moment I become offended, I withhold forgiveness. Y'all ain't saying amen. And can I teach for a minute? It's a protection in us. Right? Your mama them told you that, baby. Somebody hit you, don't you turn your back. They told you that. Don't you trust everybody, right? And so forgiveness and being able to give that before in relationship is going to be paramount. What you have to understand is none of these people were innocent. Sasha ran out crying, but she wasn't innocent. Because you don't know what started the argument.
That's right.
All you saw was the result of the argument. Ron ain't innocent because his wife left and he stayed on the seat. What does that mean? I'm tired. I know y'all can't say, man, I'm going to preach all the time. Can you slide over somebody? Let me get a seat. No, that mean I done did all I can. And when y'all was out there watching, looking at Ron was like this. What does he say? You know how Sasha is. That's what he said. You know, that's what she do. While everybody else is running and trying to figure out what's going on, Ron was chilling. Why? Because he has become accustomed. Y'all ain't saying amen. And sometimes we can become so used to people behaving the way they behave, we don't require them to repent. Y'all
Amen.
Y'all ain't saying amen. Let me get done. So everybody say forgive.
Forgive.
And you got to do it quick. The longer it takes you to forgive, the more bitterness can set up in your heart. So you got to learn how to forgive quickly. Y'all ain't saying amen. Paul, as he's writing to the church in Ephesus, he said, be ye angry. And sin not. What does that mean? That means Ron had every right. Sasha had every right to be mad. But the question is, what do I do with the anger that I have right now? Now, if she would have put her hands on Ron, she would have been wrong.
Amen.
If Ron would have put his hands on her, he would have been wrong. And probably beat up. My brothers in here, y'all understand amen. But what do you do with this anger that I have? And that's the reality. What do you do when we're in mid-argument and we have conflict in our house? Y'all ain't saying amen. And ain't no praise team standing up. Ain't no Reverend Will leading the song. Oh, how excellent. Ain't playing in the background. All you hear is, if you come one more step, I'm going to put my hands on you. What do you do with these conflicts that we have in relationships? kingdom come. It's a lot of revelation. I ain't going to do it. I'm going to teach you on prayer later. He said, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Y'all know this. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. Stop. Forgive us our debts. A debt is what you owe. It's not something they say you owe. You know you owe. He said, Father, forgive us our debt. Watch this. As we forgive those who are indebted to us.
Jesus.
What will kill a relationship faster than an affair, faster than infidelity, is unforgiveness. Because unforgiveness will keep you in the same house. Adultery will make you leave the house. You can be unforgiven and sit in the same house. Y'all ain't saying amen. You can sit there for years and just be brewing. Y'all ain't saying. That's the reason why we seem so shocked when crazy stuff happened. I didn't see her like that. I didn't know she was capable of that. She didn't know herself, but it had been brewing for so long, and now it's beginning to spew up. Y'all ain't saying amen. And when it begins to spew up, you can't control it. It's out of your control. What you can control was your forgiveness. Tell somebody, you better learn how to forgive. And the truth is, some of the stuff they're holding on to is so old. It ain't fresh stuff. I'm still mad about 73. It's 2000. It's a whole new year. You got babies that done graduated. You still mad. Tell somebody he also loved the church. Watch this. And gave what? Himself for it. Can I tell you, a lot of trouble in marriage comes because men are willing to give things and not necessarily willing to give themselves.
Amen.
We say stuff like the rent paid. I bought you a dress. Can I just get you some shoes? Ain't you driving this car? Then I put gas in your car. Then I just get your hair done. She's not looking. Some of us don't really need all that. Some women are just looking for you. She loves just an uninterrupted conversation with you. Just to communicate with me and tell me where you are. Tell me what you're doing. Don't give me nothing today. Give me you today. Tell somebody I need you. Get ready to get out of here. That he might sanctify it and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word. Come here for a second, First Lady. That he might present it. Everybody say present it. The reason why, and I'm going to show you the reason why I'm doing what I do for my wife is not for you. But the reason I treat her the way that I treat her is because I want to present her to myself. And if I mistreat her, then what I'm doing, I'm giving myself some hand-me-downs. But if I treat her the right way, y'all ain't saying amen. Then when I present her to myself, come and follow me. What I do is I say, stay right there, baby. Okay, we need to fix this right here.
Amen.
I got to come to me. All right, stop right there. Because I know what I want. I know what I'm looking for. So what I've got to do is I've got to assist her into becoming exactly what I need. Y'all ain't saying amen. That's the reason why I say, you know what? I know you don't want it, but go get something to put on.
Amen.
So I can dig it.
Yeah, let's go, PG.
Well, praise the Lord. I'm married. Y'all ain't saying amen. I'm going to do a job. Praise the Lord. Ask me in my house. You believe in serving.
Yes, sir. Amen.
We'll talk about that next week. All right? So that he might sanctify with the washing of the water by the word, that he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such blemish, but that it should be holy and without blemish. So all men, what? To love their wives as what? Their own bodies. Watch this. He that loveth his wife, loveth him what? You can't love you and not love her. I ain't saying amen like it right there. He said you can't love yourself and not love. The way I treat her shows you I love me. If I'm sure and she messed up, I ain't really liking myself. She ought to be cleaner than me. Y'all ain't saying And I'm done. The problem with most of our relationships and the reason we have so many conflicts is we don't know how to build each other up. We grew up in homes where you didn't hear any type of compliments. And so we feel like that's the way you sit there, woman, sit down and shut up. That's your compliment. Why you talking? No, that's not the way you nourish her. Y'all ain't saying amen. To nourish her means you build her up. To nourish him means you build him up. Can I talk for a minute? There's enough hell waiting on the outside of your door at home to destroy you. You ain't saying amen. So you ought to be able to come home and get built up. Y'all ain't saying amen. You had a long day. Let me run you some bath water. I want you to know how much I appreciate you working and